Get this, guys. UK's motorway may become the toll roads to help pay for cut in petrol taxes. There is currently only one toll road in the UK located in the West Midlands, but more could arise in the measures. I've been on that. Freaking hell, it's ridiculous. It's near Tamworth, I think it is. There is currently only one toll road in the UK located in the West Midlands, but more could arise if the measures come into force across Britain to tackle both a cut in fuel duty and fall in revenues from the tax which has come about with rising popularity of petrol cars. Rising popularity, mate. They've always been petrol and diesel. That's what people like to have in the UK. Not rising popularity. It's always been the case, hasn't it? For the past 40 years, if not longer. Chancellor Rishi Sunak has signalled he will cut fuel duty, which currently stands at 58 pence a litre, as a result of staggering increase in petrol prices in the wake of the rush. It's nothing to do with this. They're using this as an excuse to put the petrol prices up, so they can get rid of petrol and diesel quicker, so that people don't have to don't. So they want to get rid of privatisation of cars, so that they get people on public transport, therefore more control of the people. That's what they want. It's not about Russia's invasion that's causing the petrol prices to rise. That's a load of shit. Absolute load of shite. They're using the Russia's invasion as an excuse to put up the petrol prices, put up the food prices, put up every single price, and crash the economy. Part of the Great Reset. That's exactly what it is. Because it's just amazing, isn't it? How you've got this climate change agenda, cutting emissions, which all line in with Agenda 2030. At the same time, Russia's invasion causes petrol prices to rise. Can you see is it a coincidence? I don't think so. Is it planned? Yeah, I think it really is. But yeah, this is just an excuse to put them up and crash the economy, get rid of people's privatisation of cars, and get them onto public transport. And I'll tell you why they want people in electric cars. They want people in electric cars because if it's connected to the power grid, they can just switch it off any time, and then people can't travel anywhere. There's a very evil big agenda playing out right now. And like I said last time, a few videos back, I said Agenda 21 was to get us used to the normality of wearing masks, lockdowns, crazy things going on, like it's the new normal. Because there was a shift, wasn't there, from 2020. The start of 2020, there was a big shift in reality that changed forever. And by 2021, it was completely normal. That was Agenda 21. Agenda 21 was to get us used to the mask wearing, the jabs, the lockdowns. And that was Agenda 21. And now we're in 2022, it's Agenda 2030 playing out. Another puppet. The one existing toll road is owned by private investment firm charges of £7.10 on weekdays for cars, but it could be used as a model in the government implement tolls across the country. Tolls across the country. So, if you want to travel from one part of the country to another, or one area of the country to another, it's going to be like a buffer zone, isn't it? It's going to be like these new zones are going to be created where you'll be in one toll zone, and to leave that zone, you have to pay some money to leave that one zone of the country, kind of like North Korea. And they could even take that further to the point where you'll need to show ID just to leave your zone area of a country or even a city. That's where I think it could go. crazy, isn't it? So now they're talking about implementing tolls across the country. Speaking to the Times about the potential charges, a source for Downing Street said, "It's definitely being taken very seriously in Downing Street. The policy unit is giving it a thorough look at the problems with fuel duty, now make it more urgent." Ministers are reported as being divided over whether to introduce temporary tolls in the medium term. Fucking hell. Oh my days, this is just insane. Oh man. We have psychopaths running this country. Or whether to make them permanent feature of British roads. Look at this. Temporary. Doesn't that sound familiar to the what's gone on in the last 2 years? 2 years, 2 weeks to flatten the curve. And then it says, or whether to make them permanent feature of British roads. Sunak has stressed a determination to help families with increasing costs of living. Bullshit. When he gives his statement tomorrow explaining where we can make a difference, of course we will. And this is what it'll be like, guys. It'll be like a border within your own countries, even your own cities. You'll have a border that's that defines your area. Seriously, check this out, guys. I'll show you something in a minute. And that's it. Oh no. Speaking on the BBC Sunday Morning at the weekend, the Chancellor of the Exchequer said he can't comment on specific things. I'll tell you what, guys. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. All this increase in prices is all part of the Great Reset. Look at this. It's reduction of introduced on more fuel duty. They will likely be time limited due to the government's net zero commitments. And that's exactly what all this is playing out right now. Net zero commitments, carbon neutral. So they're telling you the agenda, while never let a crisis go to waste, eh? That's what their motto, isn't it? Never let a crisis go to waste. So this is a show called Years and Years. I've told you about it before. Bear in mind, 2019. Years and Years terrifies viewers after shocking betrayal twist. It's getting more and more realistic with each episode. Now, look at this. After all, what do you expect after turmoil in a show? There have been multiple national incidents, climate change, housing crisis, and lack of electricity affecting the whole country. It's 2028 and Britain stands alone in the world. Plus new government policies. This is in the TV show Years and Years, which is set in the 2020s era. So it's set in the future, not too distant future. So 2019, I have never shouted at my TV as much as I have watching Years and Years. This programme scares me so much. Predictive programming, because this was before the CV scam. So in here it says Rosie's local business. She was not able to run her food truck operating in a red zone. So you have these red zones in this TV show, where in the UK where you can't leave that area because it's a high crime rated area, and you've got to be in that area by a certain time, otherwise the gate's closed and it's gated off. And it came out. This was 2019 before the lockdown was happening. So predictive programming. So say a council estate was closed off, was fenced off, and an army took control, and people that lived on the council estate had to show ID to leave, and they had to be in that council estate by a certain time. Or any area where there was high crime rated areas were closed off, and they're called red zones. So basically a local lockdown. And bear in mind this was 2019, so yeah, predictive programming.